Okay, so let us try to move further. Here they have given a lot of theory. I don't think that this much is required. I'll be making some short things so that you can understand it quicker. Okay, let us try to focus on the boiling point. So for understanding boiling points, you must know some of the concepts, है ना? कि first you know that boiling point is dependent on some of the factors. What are those? Boiling point is dependent on van der Waals forces. Okay, so this is what I'm going to write here. कि boiling points they are actually dependent on what? They are dependent on van der Waals forces. ठीक है ना? तो when the van der Waals forces will increase, the boiling point will also increase. So you must know one thing कि भाई van der Waals forces are both attractive and repulsive in nature, है ना? So when van der Waals forces, when the two molecules of a particular compound, suppose they are at a particular distance, then these van der Waals forces will be attractive in nature. Now if you bring them closer to each other than a particular limit, then these forces start becoming repulsive in nature. Okay, so these van der Waals forces are usually considered as attractive in nature until and unless the molecules are brought closer to each other than a particular limit. So these van der Waals forces are further dependent on some of the factors, which are the molecular mass. It is also dependent on the polarity of the compound, है ना? It is also dependent upon the polarity of the compound, and it is also dependent upon the surface area, of the compound. Okay, so if you know this point, then I think you can understand all of the points. So here they have written that the boiling points of alcohols and phenol increase with the increase in the number of carbon atoms. So this is well understood कि भैया if you will increase the number of carbon atoms, molecular mass will increase, or the van der Waals forces will increase, or we can say that the boiling point will increase. Now they have written that in alcohols the boiling point decreases with the increase in branching. Why? Suppose I have taken the example of butane 1-ol, and then I take the example of butane 2-ol, है ना? So I am saying that in butane 2-ol the surface area is reducing. Okay, the surface area is reducing, and in butane 1-ol the surface area is relatively more. When in butane 1-ol the surface area is more, we can say that the van der Waals forces will be more and the boiling point will increase. So we can say that upon increasing branching, है ना, surface area will reduce. So this is what they have written, the boiling point decreases with the increase in branching of the carbon chain, है ना, and this is what we know. Now let us try to see this. Alcohols, we know in alcohol hydrogen bonding can occur, है ना? In phenol we know that hydrogen bonding can occur. Why? Because the hydrogen is attached to an electronegative element in case of phenols and in case of alcohols as well. So here we say that oxygen is delta negative and this is delta positive charge. So it will try to interact with the oxygen of other phenol, है ना? Same thing as they have shown for alcohol as well. Now here they have taken some of the examples, है ना? They have taken some of the examples and they have tried to explain as to why there is a difference in boiling point of these compounds. So they have taken the example of propane, they have taken example of methoxymethane and ethanol. So one of the most important things that you must notice here is that they have taken the molecular masses to be relatively comparable. Ki there is not a difference, there is not a large difference in the molecular masses of these compounds. So we all know that when we are trying to compare more than one functional groups, then the boiling point will be dependent on more than one factors. मतलब it will be dependent on polarity, it will be dependent on whether the compound shows hydrogen bonding or not, it will also be dependent on the molecular mass, so that the boiling point does not vary with other factors, है ना? We take molecular mass as constant, because right now what we want to do is that we want to see that how the boiling point changes with the change in the functional group. We do not want to know कि how it will change with changing the molecular mass. So we will have to fix that factor, we will have to make that factor constant. So this is done by taking compounds of similar molecular masses, है ना? So we know that in simple hydrocarbons there is no polarity. So as the polarity is less, its boiling point will be least, 231 Kelvin. In ether, which becomes more polar, the boiling point will increase, which is shown here कि भैया the boiling point increases from 231 to 248. Now let us try to go to alcohol. So there is a sudden jump in the boiling point. Why? Because in alcohols we have hydrogen bonding, as I have shown you just now. Now let us try to talk about solubility. How do we talk about solubility? So when a compound is soluble or not, it is dependent on very many of its factors. So in alcohols what happens is that alcohols can form hydrogen bonding with water, है ना? So this is what they have shown. Okay, so one of the most important point that here they have written is that the solubility decreases with the increase in the size of the alkyl or the aryl group. So you tell me one thing कि भाई if I have a hydrocarbon है ना, if I have a long chain hydrocarbon, will it be soluble in water? No. Why? Because like dissolves like. So we know that hydrocarbons are non-polar in nature. They are non-polar in nature. So they will definitely not be soluble in polar medium, that is water. Water is polar. So it will be dissolved, it will be soluble in non-polar solvents such as CCl4, such as benzene, है ना, C6H6. So water will try to dissolve compounds which are more polar, है ना. So if I give you some examples, so suppose if I have this alcohol and then if I have this alcohol, so what you are doing is that when I have drawn this alcohol, I have introduced more and more hydrocarbon like character in the compound. Bhai, just check, I have increased the alkyl group, है ना, and upon increasing the alkyl group, I have thereby increased the hydrocarbon like character in the compound. Upon increasing the hydrocarbon like character, it will be less soluble in water. Why? Because hydrocarbons are more soluble in CCl4 or C6H6. That is, they are more soluble in non-polar compounds. So this is what they have said कि भैया solubility decreases with the increase in the size of alkyl or aryl group. Now let us try to focus on the example 11.3 है ना. This is very easy. We have to arrange the compounds in the increasing boiling point. So here for the first example they have taken some alcohols and there is a difference in carbon atoms है ना. So we know that pentane-1-ol will have the highest boiling point, methanol will have the lowest boiling point. Why? Because pentane-1-ol has most number of carbon atoms and methanol has less number of carbon atom. So there will be a difference in molecular mass, and we know that molecular masses have that the boiling point has a dependence on van der Waals forces, and van der Waals forces further depend upon the molecular mass. Okay, so I think कि most of the students will be confused in this. Why butane-2-ol has less boiling point as compared to butane-1-ol? So the answer is this. I have already shown this, है ना, कि भैया due to difference in the boiling points, difference in the surface area, the boiling points will be different, है ना. In butane-2-ol, this is butane-2-ol, the surface area will reduce, and when the surface area will reduce, the boiling point will also reduce. Here in butane-1-ol, the surface area is more, and hence the boiling point is also more. Now let us try to go on the second example. Pentane-1-ol, butane, pentanal and ethoxyethane. Now N-butane will have the least boiling point. Why? Because it is least polar. As the polarity will increase, that is once we go to ether, the boiling point will increase. Further, when we move to aldehyde, the polarity will increase more and the boiling point will be higher. Okay? So why pentanal is highly polar? So this can be explained here. Suppose I have this aldehyde, है ना. What happens in an aldehyde is that this is the delta positive end of the aldehyde and this is the delta negative end of the aldehyde. So between carbon and oxygen there are pi electrons, है ना. So these pi electrons are loosely held electrons. So as they are loosely held, oxygen being more electronegative element, it will try to pull the electrons toward itself. That is why we will say कि भैया oxygen will have delta negative and carbon will have delta positive charge. Hence it will be polar in nature, and as it is polar, its boiling point will be more as compared to ethers. Why pentane-1-ol has higher higher boiling point? Because it has hydrogen bonding. Okay, so this much we have to remember. Now let us try to focus on the reactions of alcohols. So one of the things that we have to keep in mind that alcohols can act as nucleophiles as well, and they can act as electrophiles as well. How? So we know that alcohols have lone pair on oxygen atom, so they can attack via those lone pairs on a carbon center. So once they attack on a carbon center, they act as a nucleophiles. Because if I ask you what is the difference, basic difference between nucleophile and a base, a nucleophile is a electron-rich species which attacks on the carbon center. So although these differences are very minute, but you know it doesn't strike to you very easily. So nucleophiles are those which are electron-rich and which attack on the carbon atom, whereas a base is one which abstracts a proton. That is, a base is a negatively charged species which attacks on H plus ion. Okay, so here we are saying that the alcohol via its lone pair, it is attacking on the carbon atom. How can alcohols act as an electrophile? So we know कि भाई if I have made this alcohol and I have a proton, so this can attack on the proton and it can abstract the proton and form this, है ना. Oxygen will have positive charge. Now what has happened is कि positive charge on oxygen is not very stable. Okay, so what it will want, that it will try to get its electrons back. So how will that happen? So a nucleophile, a nucleophile will attack on the alkyl group and these electrons will move back to water, है ना, will move back to oxygen and water will be released. So the compound for will be RNU plus H2O. So what is NU? NU is some nucleophile. So this is what they have shown here with some example. This is the alcohol, they have protonated it, they have converted it into this OH2 plus leaving group, and then we have a bromide which acts as a nucleophile, of course, attacks on the carbon center. So see, a nucleophile is something which acts on a carbon center and the leaving group leaves, and then we have formed the product. Okay, so this is how an alcohol can act as both. It can act as a nucleophile and it can act as an electrophile as well. The alkyl part of the alcohol can act as an electrophile when OH is converted into a good leaving group. Now let us try to understand the acidity of alcohols and phenols. So here they have tried to complicate things a bit. I will try to make it easier for you. So if you understand some of the things, it will become easy. So first let us try to understand कि भाई sodium, how does sodium react? So we all know that sodium is a source of an electron, or we can say that sodium is an electropositive element and it will convert to Na plus and lose an electron. So why does it lose an electron? Because it attains that noble gas score. Okay, so what happens that because of this electron, whenever it comes across some acidic proton or a proton that is attached to an electronegative element, it will attack on the proton and it will lead to the formation of RO minus and hydrogen gas will be released. So two electrons, when they will abstract two protons, when it will attack on two hydrogen, then it will form this. So these two hydrogens will combine together to form hydrogen gas. So this we can now understand that whenever alcohol or water or any acidic compound, as a matter of fact, reacts with sodium, it leads to the formation of hydrogen gas, or hydrogen gas is liberated. So here we have seen that hydrogen gas is being liberated. So it leads to the formation of sodium alkoxide. So if you have already read everything and you have completed your 12th, you will know one reaction which is known as Williamson ether synthesis. So we know that this sodium alkoxide can be used for reaction in Williamson ether synthesis. If you have not read, then I will cover it, no worries. But if you have already completed it, then you can understand this. Same thing happens with aluminium. Here also it is releasing hydrogen atom and hydrogen gas, and leading to the formation of aluminium butoxide. So sodium will also react with phenol, because we know that phenol will also be acidic. Why phenol will be acidic? So this is also given here, but I am going to tell you right away कि भैया in case of phenol, when you lead to the formation of its conjugate base, what will happen is it will lead to formation of this O minus. What is this? This is phenoxide ion. Okay. Now the thing with phenoxide ion is that it is resonance stabilized. It is resonance stabilized, and due to resonance stabilization, it is acidic in nature. ठीक है. Now we all know कि भैया more stable the conjugate base of a particular species, more acidic is that species. So because phenoxide ions are resonance stabilized, phenol will be more acidic as compared to alcohol. Why? Because in case of alcohol, we can see that upon deprotonation, it will lead to the formation of alkoxide ion. There is no such resonance stabilization here in alkoxide ion. Hence, we can say that alkoxides will be less, we can say that alcohols will be less acidic as compared to phenols. Okay. So this is what they have shown, that this is phenol and then you have a base NaOH. So acid base reaction will occur. So water has formed and a salt will also form, which is sodium phenoxide. Simple, a typical acid base reaction. Now let us try to focus on the acidity of alcohols. How do we compare the acidity of alcohols? So here I have shown you कि भैया whenever an alcohol loses a proton, it will lead to the formation of the alkoxide, है ना? So how can I write the Ka of this reaction? So I can write the Ka of this reaction as RO minus divided by ROH. ठीक है? So if this RO minus is more stable, then Ka will be more. As RO minus will be more stable, so it will form more. If it will form more, Ka will increase, and as Ka will increase, the acidity will also increase. ठीक है? So we can say कि भैया if your RO minus or your alkoxide is stable, then your alcohol will be more and more acidic. Okay. So now let us try to make the alkoxide ions of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. So I am just going to modify this like this. Okay, bhaiya, this is the alkoxide, this is the secondary alkoxide and this is the primary alkoxide. Okay. Now try to compare their stabilities. So if you look at this, the tertiary alkoxide, you can see that it has a lot of alkyl groups. It has 3 alkyl groups and all of them are donating electron. So there will be a large electron density on oxygen atom. in tertiary alkoxide. So its stability will be least, and as the stability of this alkoxide is least, the acidity of tertiary alcohols will be least, because I have just mentioned that for a particular alcohol, more is the stability of its alkoxide ion, more it will be acidic in nature. So just go through it once if you have not understood. This is very easy, and here they have written it in a paragraph form, and I think all that I have told you right now is sufficient to understand whatever is written here. ठीक है ना? So just go through all of this. So here also they have written why alcohols and phenols are acidic in nature. So here they have shown this reaction which I have already shown you here, है ना? So just go through it once, you will be able to understand all of this. Okay. Now exact same thing that they told कि भैया phenols are acidic in nature. Why? Because they have these resonance stabilization in alkoxide, in this phenoxide ion. Okay, this I have already written here. So if you know this much, you will be able to understand everything that is written in this in these paragraphs. Okay, so now one of the more important things that you must know is that you must analyze the data, the pKa data that is given in this table. So one of the things that will help you in analyzing this data is कि भैया pKa is inversely proportional to acidity. ठीक है, we know this कि pKa is inversely proportional to acidity. So let us try to compare alcohol with phenols, है ना? तो for ethanol we see that the pKa values is pKa value is 15.9. So its pKa value is high, so its acidity will be less. Okay, so ethanol will have less acidity. So we know that all the phenols will be more acidic as compared to alcohol. So this is one of the conclusions that we have already made and we have understood why. Okay. Now let us try to compare phenol with cresol and phenol with nitrophenols. Okay. So let me try to explain it in a more simpler way. Suppose this is a phenol, है ना, and this is a phenol in which I have electron withdrawing group attached, है ना. So what does this mean? It means that this electron withdrawing group can be attached on ortho, meta or para, any position, है ना. And let us try to have another phenol in which the electron donating group is attached. ठीक है. So now just understand what will happen, है ना. I have already told you कि a particular species will be acidic or not, it will depend upon the stability of its conjugate base. ठीक है ना. So if I make the conjugate base of this species, what will be the conjugate base? कि भैया there will be some electron withdrawing group attached to it, and this will be the phenoxide ion. It will lead to the phenoxide ion, and this will also lead to the phenoxide ion where electron donating groups are attached. ठीक है. So now just tell me कि भैया which one will be most stable? So we know कि भैया this negative charge will be more stable when electron withdrawing groups are attached. So this is just basic GOC that we have understood. So if you do not have a clear picture of this, you can watch the carbanion video that I have made in GOC playlist. Go through that, you will understand all of this. Okay, so now we know that when electron withdrawing groups will be attached, the phenoxide ion will be most stable, or we can say that this is the stability order. So if this phenoxide is most stable, then its conjugate acid will be most acidic, or we can say that if I attach a nitro group to phenol, then its acidity will be more, or its pKa will be less, as is evident from the data. We can see that the pKa values are less, 7.2, 8.3 and 7.1, it is less than 10, है ना. So phenols will be less acidic as compared to the phenol derivative, which will have electron withdrawing groups, and phenol will be more acidic than the phenol derivatives which will have electron donating group attached to them. Why? Because this phenoxide will be destabilized by these electron donating groups. Okay, this much we must know. Now let us try to focus on ortho, meta and para nitrophenols, है ना, कि why this difference. So what happens is, now let me try to draw them. Suppose I have this NO minus double bond O. This is orthonitrophenol. Suppose I have paranitrophenol also. OH, N double bond O, O minus, and here I am drawing metanitrophenol. OH, OH, NO2. Okay, so let us try to understand the acidity of these compounds. So here we can say one of the most important thing is that whenever nitro will be present on meta position, its minus R will not be applicable. Only and only its minus I will work. Why? Because nitrogen is electronegative, and nitro groups, we know that nitro groups are electron withdrawing because of minus R and minus I. As it is present on meta position, the negative charge of the phenoxide that will form, it will never be in resonance with this nitro group. Okay, so this nitro group can never stabilize that negative charge by taking it in resonance with itself. Okay, or we can say that the negative charge will never be in resonance with the nitro group, है ना? But it is stabilizing the conjugate base or the phenoxide end. How? It is stabilizing it by its minus I effect. So this will be more acidic than phenol, but not as acidic as ortho and para isomers. Why? Because in case of ortho and para isomers, when I will draw the conjugate base, we can say that this conjugate base can actually come in resonance with the nitro group. Here also it can come in resonance with this nitro group. So we can say that the ortho and para nitrophenols will be more acidic as compared to meta nitrophenol. Okay, chalo. Now what about para nitrophenol and ortho nitrophenol? Which one will be more acidic? So here ortho nitrophenol will be less acidic. Why? Let us try to understand that fact. है ना? So in case of this orthonitrophenol, we know that this hydrogen will form hydrogen bonding with nitro. So when it will form hydrogen bond, it will be, you know, strongly held by the nitro group, and once it will be strongly held, it will not be lost. By if this hydrogen is forming a six-membered ring, hydrogen bonded ring, then it will not be lost easily. And if proton is not being lost easily, its acidity will reduce. So we can say that orthonitrophenols will have lesser acidity as compared to paranitrophenols. Why? Because it has intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, so you must know this much, है ना? In case of ortho and paranitrophenols, this is one of the questions that it asks, है ना? So when we'll go further, I'll also tell you कि one more question is asked in ortho and paranitrophenols कि which one is more volatile and which one is less volatile, है ना? So we'll cover that when we'll move forward. Okay, for this video, let us try to keep it till here only, and I'll meet you in next lecture. Okay, and if you like it, then please click on the like button, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Do share it with your friends, because if it will not grow, then I don't think it will be very helpful to the channel, है ना? If you are watching and then you are not doing your part, which is just to subscribe and to share with your friends, then I don't think you are doing your part if it is benefiting you, है ना? Okay, chalo, let's meet in the next lecture.